Some of you guys have friends right now that don't even like you. And you wonder, like, those little sneer remarks that they made, those little comments, offhanded comments and stuff, is it meant to be mean, or are they like really meaning it towards you? That really is their way of showing their dislikeness for you on the sly. They don't want you to know that they really can't stand you. They only really around you because of what you can offer them, because it's beneficial to them. They don't like you as a person. Okay, so those things that you're thinking, it's not just you, it's the way they're really showing on the slide, trying to be slick, that they don't like you. Those comments that's backhanded and the little mean stuff that they say, and it's because they don't like you. What I have learned, being in my 40s, not having any friends, is that people pleasing, number one, did not get me anywhere. I literally was that girl, the people pleaser. People was like, oh my God, you're so nice, that you could ask for the shirt off my back. You could ask for, money, food, anything. If I liked you, I want you to know you that, hey, you my friend. And I'm going, if it means whatever it meant, even if it was sometimes uncomfortable for me, I was going to do it. If I meant that, hey, you know what? I want you to come. Let's hang out, let's drink, knowing I got to work the next morning. I got kids to take care of. But I was that girl that wanted you to know that, hey, I am your friend. You can count on me. I'm going to show you, even if it, kills me literally, I want to show you how much of a friend I am. And if that meant paying for dinners, paying for rides, picking up and dropping off, and completely exhausted being a mom, a working mom, I would do it. And it did not get me anywhere. I want to tell you how it didn't get me anywhere, because you could go to your darkest point of your life. I mean, losing family members, and you could be grieving and find out that, when you're in this darkest point and you're no good to people, or they're like, oh, people really just throw you out. They're like, I can't use this person anymore. They're no good to me. And when you're in a dark point in your life where you're really not at a point where you're the, star of the party, or let's go out, I've got the bottles, and let's just do this, and let's go on these trips and all this stuff. If people see that that's not going to be you anymore, they don't want to be bothered with that. They like, oh no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to deal with that, And it takes for you to get to your darkest point that you'll find out these people are never your friends. These are people that you flew all across the U.S. to do birthday parties for. People that you gave rides to. Let's stay on their couch when they needed somewhere to stay. These people don't even talk to you anymore to this day, okay? So I'm saying that to say is that being a people pleaser, and I thought that if I was so nice, they would see that the good in me, and they would want to just genuinely want to be my friend, and it's just not true. You can literally pay for someone's this and their that, and make sure that you're always there when they need you. And if they're not a genuine person, a caring and loving person, they're not going to really ever be able to really like or love you. They may like what you can do for them, but they'll never really love you or like you for real. If you can't be that person, if you're going through some really dark times, they don't want to necessarily be with that type of person. How is that going to be beneficial to me? She don't want to go out. She ain't really up and fun. She's not the upbeat her. So why would I do that? It's literally people today that was so used to me being a person that, oh, I got everything, it's all on me. Thinking that that's just the way it would be with me forever. And then when I literally was with these people recently, they just was like shocked when I didn't offer to pay for their food, or shocked when I didn't, offer this or try to accommodate them. And it goes to show you that if you're not accommodating, if you can't make things feel good for most people, they don't want to deal with you. They do not want to deal with you. So I learned that people pleasing don't live here anymore. It gets you absolutely nowhere. It's a waste of time, because 9 times out of 10 people are looking for what you can do for them. And if you can't do nothing for them anymore, why would they want to deal with you? Think about it. Most people are out for what they can get. And if that's resources, if that's, whatever you can offer their life, that's what they're there for. It could be you just taking them out to dinner, or you offering them rides, or you having this, or you having that, and they can utilize that. If you don't have those resources and they cannot benefit from you, then they really don't have a use for you when they're just gone, gone with the wind. You look back and you're thinking like, dang, these people don't even contact me. You're like, oh my God. And at first, like when I was going through a really dark time in my life, I should say, I was just like heartbroken. Like, oh my God, I thought this was my childhood friend. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. But I had to realize like that was never really your friend. And it taught me so much about myself. Why was I going above and beyond people who would never really do that for you? Where were you, what needed to be, in you that you needed so much to please these people, and they would never even do it for you. So I learned so much, people pleasing, I never would do for anybody and be a people pleaser. It just don't live in me. I feel like real friendship comes from care and, being genuine and those type of things. And if a lot of times people lack those type of things, being able to care for people, love someone unconditionally, they're not going to be able to really care for you, and I don't even look for that anymore. Secondly, is what I learned is that you need to trust God and have a closer bond with God. And every time that I be like, oh my God, I miss this person, I always pray, because a lot of times, God separated you guys for a reason. It wasn't an equally yoked relationship. You was always getting drained out of your mentalness, because they all draining you for everything they got going on with their relationship or their situation, or they need you to take them there, or use this, use that. They want you to, it's always something what they need. And as I've been drawing closer to God, and He's been, showing me so many different things, is that God will show you your people. He'll bring those people to you, and it'll never feel not right. It'll never feel weird, or never have you guessing like, is this the person? Like, is these really my people? They really care about me? Because, He's not going to bring those people in your life that cause you to feel insecure, or, have so many question marks, and, cause so much craziness in your life, cause you to be drained. He's going to bring people in your life that's going to, be given to you, and you guys give to each other, and you're equally yoked, and you feel fulfilled. He's not going to give you a relationship that's going to be draining you, and you're not feeling, equally yoked, and you're feeling like, I feel empty. And if a person, relationship, family, friends, whatever it is, if that's all you have is emptiness, they're not giving you anything, then that relationship is not for you. And I trust me when I tell you that God will bring you your people. He'll bring you your home girl, your bestie, everything that you're looking for, God has. And He gives you, by you drawing closer to God, He gives you that discernment. He lets you know immediately when you're talking to somebody like, they don't really like me. Let me get away from them. Why am I around somebody that don't really like? Think about it. You were sitting with somebody that really don't like you. You know how dangerous that can be? That is so dangerous. Like, think about how many times you've been put yourself in a position with somebody. You see it on the news all the time. These people do not like you. And as much as you draw to God and use discernment that He gives you, you'll see it. You'll pick it up with the quickness, like, this ain't it. She don't like me. He don't like me. I don't know what it is, but nah. And He gives that to you all the time. He'll just quicken you. Like, nah, that ain't it. I ain't gonna have nothing like that as your friend. If that's supposed to be your friend, it's gonna be your friend. So that's what I learned, that, not having friends It brought me closer to God. It gave me so much discernment. I see things so much more clearer now with people really their real thing what they really are about, That's what I really am able to see more. It's like I'm able to just see right through people for the most part, like, oh, okay. So they wanted to be able for me to do this. And most of the time it's just to see if, okay, is Chris still the same? Hey, we going out, you everything on you. I can come live here. Like, you're not going to just use me for my resources. God don't want that for me. And I'm not. He's had me since this dark period of my life. He has shined so much light, made things so transparent that I don't have to guess no more. I'm good in this time of isolation with no friends. I'm able to kind of see the things that I'm lacking and how I can be a better person. And then when God brings, that person, that friend, that whoever, then I'm a better person for that person. But until God says it's right or he shows you it's right, you don't need to be trying to, I know they have groups and Facebook groups and all type of groups where you can meet people. And it's just like, okay, but use discernment. It's okay to say, hey, I like to meet someone I can hang out with, or a mommy group, or this, that, and other. I understand that. I've done it before. But use discernment, especially this day and time. You really don't know what people's, thing is, what they're really trying to do. So be careful. Use discernment. People have hidden agendas. You want to be careful and make sure that it's not something that could really cause you some problems just to say you have a friend. A lot of times you got social media friends. They want to just go out and then, just hang out and maybe take pictures. They don't really care about you generally. They just want to go out, have a good time on social media. They not trying to be your friend for real. Okay. So why even play yourself? Trust me when I tell you that I've done so, and I'm not saying nothing that no one's ever done anything for me. I never say that. I feel like I'd be a fool to say that, right? But I've done some things, went out my way for a lot of people. And where did it get me? And it doesn't mean that if you help someone, you should just think that you're going to get something back. That's not how life works. I'm just saying, where was the genuine friendships? These are people that I was knowing for like 15 plus years. Where really is it? I mean, I've had literally people just come and try to see what you got going on. You got a lot of monitoring spirits. A lot of people just want to monitor you. They want to see like, okay, did you do this? Did you do that? They never generally wanted to be your friend for real. And then another thing that I learned from not having friends is that not trusting anyone is a good thing. Giving people your trust because you guys have the same likes, because you follow the same social media groups, or you may be from the same city, is not enough to give people your trust. People come from all different walks of life. So for you to sit there and just give somebody your trust, be around your kids and trust their psyche, it's not a good idea. People need to earn your trust. You should never just say, oh, that's my girl. We from the same hood, da, 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 da. That is not a good way to gauge trust. Is to say, oh, they're from somewhere, or we follow the same people. We've been going to the same school for so many years. Like, it really is never a good way. And I always say, trust no one. Trust God, and then he'll give you the discernment of who, you should trust. But I always say, I've learned not to trust anyone. I don't trust like what they're really trying to do, like what's their thing, what's their hidden agenda for me. Like, I literally now see people for who they are. Everything is so clear. I don't let people put something over my head. Like, I'm not blindsided. I think before I was like, oh my God, they're really my friends. And I was just like in this thing. But when you can go in a dark enough time in your life where you're just like, wait a minute, I'm seeing this is for what it is. And I'm not saying that people don't like you or they don't enjoy time with you, but are they really your friends? And a lot of times you need to step back out of the situation and think like, this is pretty much not my friend. But it's okay to have those associates and people that you have interest with and you guys like the same things. But don't just put people in that friend category. Friends are people that care for you, love you, that you can, treat like your family members, like a sister, like a brother. It should never feel, like something you just force, like a forced relationship. Oh, we friends. We go to the same school, or our kids go to the same school. Don't do that. I've learned so much from just trying to force relationships, or think because we come from the same area, or we're all moms. Like, that doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't mean that person is your friend. So take a step back. Sometimes it takes some isolation, or a period of isolation in your life, to really figure out, who is your friend, or trust God to show you. A lot of times he can just lead you into those relationships, but you got to trust him. And it's okay to be by yourself. It really is okay to just be by yourself and be isolated for a while, and not have anyone to call on, or to ask, for their opinion. It gives you time to trust your own self and use your own discretion, and not need someone for their opinion about this, their opinion about that. Because a lot of times you're relying on people that really aren't your friend. They may be leading you the wrong way anyway. And I'm not saying it's not okay to get, opinions from people, but you don't always need someone to try to say, what do you think about this and think about that? When you take your time and you're isolated and you have no friends, you are able to figure out things for yourself. You're able to start to trust yourself, use your discernment, have a closer relationship with God. And it's so fulfilling that when you do have friendships, and when God leads you to those friends and those groups that are for you, then it'll be worth it. And you'll be where you need to be mentally, and you'll be able to really be there, a friend to that person that is now a good friend to you. So I hope this helps. Guys, peace and love, and choose your friends wisely.